Hello guys, this is Gordhan Pottipati. Welcome to Angular 10 series of tutorials. In previous tutorials, we had seen what modules are at high level in slides. If you didn't watch, please go through the third part of this series. In this tutorial, we'll see what module is exactly and create a new module using Angular CLI. We already discussed Angular applications are modular in nature. But at the end of the day, a module is nothing but a class with some special features. To convert a TypeScript class into Angular module, we need to declare it with ngModule decorator. The ngModule decorator takes several properties as an input. Let's discuss about few important properties among them. Declarations, imports, providers, and bootstrap. Let's have a look at declarations property. It takes an array of components that we have created. Whenever we create a new component, it will be imported and reference will be included in declaration section. We had seen that when we created our first component in our previous tutorial. The other argument that ngModule decorator takes is imports. It takes an array of modules required to be used in our application. As discussed earlier, an Angular application is a collection of modules. In order to use one module into the other, we need to add that particular module reference inside the imports array. For example, if you want to implement Angular routing to our particular application, we need to add app routing module. Similar with forms module as well. If you want to implement Angular forms, we need to include forms module inside the imports array of the particular module. The other argument that ngModule decorator takes is the providers. It takes an array of services. Angular services are for building out the code that can be shared across multiple components. We'll discuss more about services in our upcoming tutorials. But for now, remember we need to declare the service inside providers array so that we can reuse it across all the components of the module. The bootstrap property takes the main application view component, called the root component that hosts all other application views. But remember, only the root module, that is app module, can set this bootstrap property. Alright, these are the few properties that ngModule decorator takes as an input. There are few more properties that we are going to discuss in our subsequent tutorials. With this information, let's flip to the Visual Studio Code and create module using Angular CLI. We are back to Visual Studio Code. I just started the server by typing ngserve on the terminal. The application is compiled successfully. Let's launch the browser. This is what we did in our previous tutorial, displaying the hello text and welcome text one by one in h1 tags. As app component.html contains the selector of first component, which in turn consists of two h1 tags, we are able to render this view. But remember, this first component is residing in app_module.ts. Now, let me add one more h1 tag with the text by Gordhan Pottipati right under this welcome text. But I want to get this text from a component that exists in a different module. I mean, not from app module. So let's dive into Visual Studio Code and create a new module. Let me create a folder called modules in src app folder. New folder. So inside this modules folder, let me create our first module. To do that, we need to open a new terminal and we need to get into this modules folder. So cd space hello world and modules. Okay, so the command to create a new module is ng space g for generate, m for module, and the module name. Let me create a module with the name shade. A new module called shademodule.ts is created inside modules folder. And if you notice, the Angular CLI has created the shade module with two decorator properties, declarations and imports. We can add the other properties based on the requirement. Let me create one more folder into this shade folder. The folder name will be components, so that we can create a new component related to this shade module inside this components folder. To do that, we need to get into shade folder and components inside it. Yeah, let me create a new component, ng space generate space component. The component name is third component. Perfect. Third component is created under the components folder of shade module. Let me add a h1 tag inside this third component HTML, and the text should be by and let me add some inline styling for this h1 tag as well. Margin left 20% and color to match the color of the other h1 tags. Let me go with blue. Perfect. Remember, this third component belongs to the shade module, and now I want to use this third component selector as an HTML tag inside app component.html, which is completely in a different module. To do that, we need to perform a couple of steps. The first one is we need to include the shade module inside the import section of app-module.ts. Let me add an import of it by using Visual Studio Quick Fix. Perfect. The other one is we need to add exports property inside the shade module. Let me make it to one line and add exports property. To take an array and I want to export the third component so that we can use this inside the app module. And now we are good to go to add the selector inside app component.html. Let me add this as a second line. Perfect. All the required changes are done to achieve the desired output. Let us start the server in a new terminal. Space hello world. Perfect. The application is compiled successfully without any issues. Let's flip to the browser and launch the application. There we go. We are able to get the desired output. With this, we are able to use one module into the other module. Thanks for watching.